Look at my commercial vehicle. It's done 127,000 miles and it's 12.5 years old. So it's done pretty much bang on 10,000 miles a year. Let me show you my vehicle. Hi guys, I'm Kelly Harris, Director of Training at Lake Country Manufacturing. Welcome to the new facility. But before we show you around the facility, I just spoke about this vehicle. That commercial vehicle is done 12 years old, just over 12 years old, and nearly 130,000 miles. Would you love to have your vehicle and your paint looking like that? I can do that, I can help you, I can show you. That's what my role is. So what are you going to be doing, Jay?
I'm the marketing guy, so I'm helping Kelly out here in the UK with everything to do with Lake Country's training program, bringing new exclusives on products, and helping out with the training courses we'll be running here and elsewhere around the world.
And of course, the cameraman.
And the cameras, of course.
And that's a very heavy camera compared to the other one over there. But yeah, so Jay's the cameraman. Obviously sometimes you'll see like now, I'll be the POV cameraman as well for myself. Let's have a quick brief talk about these vehicles then. So what happened here? So this vehicle is actually Tracy's car, and in the coronavirus lockdown, I decided to restore it. Why not? There's no one in the building, it was all on our own. So that's just been currently just rebuilt, modified, resprayed, facelift parts of it. That commercial vehicle there, my own vehicle, we can achieve finishes like that on a regular basis. And that's one of the small reasons why Lake Country Manufacturing, that I've been working with for quite a while now, has chosen to use us as the training. I'm going to be your teacher from now on. Jay, you will also be teaching, won't you?
I will, I'll be helping out.
Teach pupils now.
I've been teaching pupils with Kelly for the last 5 or 6 years maybe. You've been doing most of the big courses. People from all around the world come here for training courses, and I've been part of that, and also running smaller courses for perhaps starters as well. So
between the two of us, we've held many courses for a range of clients, really, or a range of detailers, from hobbyists and literally people that don't even do it for a living, hobbyists, right up to your professional, which has made me actually travel to Dubai and places like that around the world, isn't it, to help set businesses up.
Obviously, as a detailing facility, this has got everything you could possibly want. Kelly's really put a lot of effort into that, and I'm going to let him talk about why.
So first of all, there's lots of lights that are not even on in this building at the moment, and we can walk around to just showing you some of these lights. So all the lights are on remotes. I can turn all the lights on and off. And I have 5 light sources, and that's if it's a square light or a rectangle light or a round spot light, because they all do different things for different reasons. One might show swirls better than the other, which we know that, me and Jay's nodding.
A lot of people don't know this.
No, so there's a lot of light sources going on in this building, not one. That's the first key thing. If you don't have the right light source, you can't actually see the defects.
You can't identify your problems properly without the right light.
So we're here to actually help you, again, achieve stunning results, even on sort of silvers like this that are really wet, perfect, great reflection, using polishing machines from the Lake Country Power Tools range, then the pads as well, which Lake Country Manufacturing make, and obviously you've got Lake Country Power Tool pads. We have compressed airline reels everywhere to be able to blow down dust off of vehicles.
Oh, it's so important to be working clean.
Clean, as you can see, the building's clean and tidy. Then it brings me onto this ramp, this bend packed ramp, that is actually a very, very large 2-post ramp for lifting very large vehicles, not vehicles obviously like this tiny little Citroen, but we can lift very large vehicles up to 5.5 ton, and it's why I've left this big hole in the floor that I've designed and engineered, because we do actually occasionally have to polish, well not have to, but customers ask us to polish their exhaust systems underneath of their vehicle. So, and even the floor of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, the smooth carbon floors, we've done that before. The sort of traditional scissor lift that I put in about 10, 11 years ago, that ramp went in first about 13 years ago. This I had a long, long time ago. That is the perfect ideal, my opinion, ramp for doing detailing, because there's no posts and pillars around.
I can certainly agree with that. So working on cars, it's such a pain in the backside if you have to be down on your knees trying to polish down the side skirts and things like that, and also for working on brakes and for wheel arches and so on. To have the car in the air, it's an absolute godsend. So
we did also sink that, or should I say, I sunk that floor so it's actually level in the floor. So that means when obviously it makes it very easy to get to the higher vehicles, because if the ramp's already off the ground high, when you drive onto it, you've added extra height to the car, the vehicle. This is actually a perfect scenario car for content, really.
Yeah.
That this being Japanese and a slightly older age vehicle, actually had multiple variations of paint defects and hardness of clear coat and types of clear coat. So some was very receptive, let's call it receptive to polishing, and some of it was very, very difficult to polish.
I had to adapt what I was doing and use different tools, different sorts of polishing pads on different areas of the car to suit the hardness and difficulty of the work I was doing. And that's obviously something in Lake Country we were a big help with.
Was where that Lake Country sign is, you can see next to it there's a control box. That's actually a spray booth. Temperature controlled, climatic controlled, there's the front doors where you go in. So that's the spray booth, and I've been obviously painting cars, obviously there's one there and there's one there, but painting vehicles and customers' vehicles for a very long time. That's also gave us the ability, the great ability to be able to customise and paint training panels or demo panels, whichever you want to call them, in multiple variations of clear coat and manufacturer's hardness. So it replicates this real world problem.
It might be a surprise to find there's so much variation on one single car. Obviously, as professionals, we know this can happen, especially with older cars.
So what the role here with Lake Country Manufacturing now is this is going to be their HQ. We're going to be the one creating content. We're going to create content on vehicles like that, but also we're going to have people in this building. We're going to teach people.
We're going to bring people in not just from around the UK, but from all around the world as well, as we have done for many years, yes. But now for Lake Country Manufacturing instead.
Lake Country umbrella.
We've got not just the two-post American style lift here and the scissor lift that the Lexus is on. There's a secret one over here as well. People often don't see that we are on a platform here, but look up.
So that one's for very heavy items. Jay's not very heavy, but that is for very large vehicles because we take the vehicles upstairs into the training areas. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take Jay upstairs now. He can actually walk around upstairs and show you. I'm going to lift him upstairs and then you can have a look round upstairs, and then obviously I'll go up the other way up to see you.
Right, we're going up. Up here's a really cool place. I mean, it has that sort of VIP feel, and of course now this is what we're going to be spending a lot of our time in, because we've not only got the nicest cars up here, we've also got ourselves a little studio with lighting and automotive seating.
Let me grab the UDOS, take it upstairs, and put it in its rightful place. That needs to go in its correct place. So let's go upstairs, see what Jay's doing. Because Jay went up, obviously, sort of VIP, the car way. I'm going up the pedestrian way. So we've got like a little history wall, and actually, this isn't as old as it goes. And discussed with Jay the other day, unfortunately I threw some of my old machines that are broken, worn out, damaged, but I wish I now never threw them away. That would have carried on that way if I had that choice.
Probably down the street.
Yeah, so what we got is a lovely range and selection of machine polishers. This is not all of mine of what we keep in stock. This is just a sort of variety, so it's one of each. One person might like a rotary, one like a DA machine. So we've got a nice selection here of DA, then we've got DA and rotary, then we've got a rotary, a forced DA, then we've got a free spinning DA, we've got mini machines, another mini machine, we've got battery machines, corded machines. Let me bring you up to this little one. What we've done here, that's rotary, that's an 8mm orbit, 12mm orbit, 15mm orbit. You have to ignore the 15 up there. The 21 that actually is, it broke and it was sharp, so I've replaced the nose. We're waiting for a 21mm, so that's actually, again, rotary, 8, 12, 15, 21, which is conveniently...
Would you believe?
Yeah, next to the UDOS. The UDOS 5-in-1.
From LC Power Tools.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5-in-1. So we have the positions on here, rotary, sanding, P1, P2, P3. So we've got rotary, sanding, P1, P2, P3. So that's how things have moved on and stepped up. The game has really changed when it comes to detailing. So I'm going to walk around and show you. We have scissor lifts up here. So obviously you can see why this is a great training area.
Oh, you've got to have scissor lifts on the second floor of the building. It's essential.
But the ambience up here, it's quieter, it's more secluded, it's very secluded. I mean, people can't see from outside, you can't walk in, you can't get disrupted. I've altered and tweaked things to be more useful for group days and the Lake Country umbrella. We have a lovely little display cabinet of just a small selection of what they currently make as pads.
So each one of these panels tells a different story and shows a different sort of problem you'll find with paintwork. And we've made them ourselves so you can highlight them to people in an easily sort of handleable way.
I mean, it'd be very difficult to see on the camera probably, but I can see there's a massive difference between the two finishes of the straight line bulb there, and they come off the wall and then we can put them under different lights. And that's simply to talk about different clear coats, different harnesses, different defects.
Which you'll encounter, of course, when you're polishing.
Yeah. So what we've got here is another example of some scenarios. We've got different colours there of training panels, different, there's a hood, bonnet, bumper, fender, hood, bonnet, whatever, depends if you're English or American. And conveniently there's some paint in the background behind Jay, there's some of the colours there, and we've got more scheme another scheme downstairs. So this, you can see, is a real purpose-built training area. And of course, sometimes we have some beautiful cars up here that we can also use as examples. So it's, we've hopefully...
How's about that Lake Country shine over there?
Yeah, we've covered, I mean, obviously everything's polished with Lake Country pads now, but hopefully you can see that we've got a lovely, lovely facility. Again, we've got different light source from downstairs in that the lights are on the side of the walls, they're not downstairs. And then we have portable lights. You can see over here, this is just a small selection of portable light sources. There's a couple there. We've got more downstairs. What we're trying to do is cover every single thing that every eventuality that a pupil or a person detailing might encounter.
Well, that's been the whole reason this building is the way it is to cover every eventuality in detailing. That's why the lights are here, it's why the lifts are here, it's why all the tools are here, it's why
we're here.
We're here. And believe it or not, it's why Lake Country are here. So we actually started using Lake Country pads a couple of years ago, completely unrelated to any sort of business agreement, and we loved them and decided that we were going to use them going forwards, and that happened because we were testing new things. But no, your background in R&D is the reason this building has been made the way it is. It's the reason that Lake Country have brought us on board.
That's why they're there.
It's the reason we can train and teach people from all around the world.
So our background between the two skills we got here helps in that I think we can have something over the competitors, let's say, if that's the right word. It's just we've got a broader range of skills to be able to teach in every single scenario. But we would need to know what you want to be taught on. What are your pain points? What do you need help from us? We need that information, don't we?
Hopefully you'll subscribe and keep watching for more. We want to help you guys get the same sort of results that we've got in this professional environment. Even if you're only taking your first steps into detailing right now, we've got the information for you to help. We'll be doing videos on even the basic stuff, I'd say, and then also up to the more advanced bits and pieces where Kelly really gets into his geekiest possible mode to bring the ultimate...
Microscopes, gloss meters, very geeky.
Yeah, we can go there, we can go there. So stay tuned to Lake Country Manufacturing and LC Power Tools. We need your input.
So with your input, we'll be able to achieve stunning results like this on a regular, repeatable basis. For a change, I'm going to let Jay Broom sign out.
So that's been Jay Broom and Kelly Harris from Lake Country Manufacturing. Stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.